Honey, honey, I shrank the crew. So hello and welcome back with another episode review of the animated series. Today we're going to talk about the Terratin Incident. So the Terratin Incident is a very good episode, not like the other one what the previous week, the Mud's Passion, which I actually shared my opinion about. I wasn't really happy about the whole Harry Mudd thing. So in this episode, the Enterprise is patrolling around the Anarcha star system, and they receive a garbled audio message which actually had one word in it. It's Terratin. Terratin is basically Terra 10, a colony that lost a long time ago, and no one knew what happened with the colony. Go to this planet surfers to find out who sent those messages and who's there, or what's going on in the planet. So the ship got hit by a sort of radiation wave, and suddenly everyone started to shrink on the ship. So all the crew personnel, all the organic materials started to shrink in the bridge, which is quite funny because in some of the cases at the beginning it looked like okay, the ship got expanded, but then no, they got shrinked. So back from the 70s, that was a brilliant idea. I mean, I don't think it's happened before in TV at least. So it was interesting to see how the crew of the Enterprise shrank down, and they tried to solve the situation. They tried to operate the ship, but obviously they weren't able to operate the ship as for long as they should have. Obviously they try to find out how they can actually get back to control and how actually they can go and grow up again in their normal size. Well, Kirk had this really last chance idea to go down to the planet and just find out what's going on in the surface. Maybe he can find some answers. Either way, he didn't really have anything to lose because they already been like 2 inches tall, the whole crew, and if they just continue to shrink, they won't be operating the ship. So that was their last chance to actually go down to the planet's surface and try to find an answer. Maybe they will find something and they can save the crew. Same moment when Kirk transports down to the planet, basically regains all of his normal size, so he becomes a normal himself, which is a really nice solution if you think about it, because it happened before. As regarding the transporter, it happened before. They actually remodified a person using the transporter and their own transporter pattern. So while he's in the planet, he actually found this small city sitting in one bay, surrounded by rocks and everything, and he started thinking. Actually, he contacted with this city, and basically they found out the people down living there. Okay, there wasn't any option to actually contact with anyone, just to do a lightning attack and get those people to their side, and in this case they will understand what's going on in that city. Obviously the city didn't want to harm all the people, so they actually transported down everyone from the ship to the surface, to the planet, and yeah, Kirk from the Enterprise, he actually transported back all the people, all the Starfleet personnel to the ship, so they regained their normal size, and then they saved the city as well. So they relocated the city to another planet. It was a bit of a rough decision because Kirk was very crossed at the beginning with them, because that's not the method how you get help in a dangerous situation, even if you're dying or your planet is dying. But obviously Kirk understood what's going on, and everyone was actually happy and pleased about the outcome. Although the episode was quite original, there was a couple of things that I really want to mention. When they started to shrink, they had ladders in the bridge. That's actually funny. So we are in the 22nd, 23rd century and we still have wood ladders in the bridge. So it was really interesting to see RX and Sulu standing in a step ladder and just pushing the buttons for the control room. It made me smile, so it was an interesting and funny fact. There was another thing that I want to mention. Again, 23rd century, and there was one guy with glasses. Mustache, one thing, it's the 60s, 70s, but glasses in the 21st century, that also made me smile. So the ratings for this episode, despite of the couple of things that I just noticed regarding the stepladder plus the glasses, I would say 5 out of 5. It was original, it was nice, it was well written, it gave us a glimpse how the crew can react in the same environment, but also in a different environment, because they got a whole new set for in the same thing. So, and funny enough, this episode was the base of the later DS9 episode, One Little Ship, when the Rubicon, the runabout, got shrinked in a nebula, and then it goes back to the ship. That's another fantastic episode. Once we get there, I'm gonna talk about that one as well. 5 out of 5, really good episode. I would recommend you to watch it. It's a treat for original Star Trek fans, and it's a treat for everyone. It's just a good laugh. So that was it for today. That was the Terratin Incident. Let me know what you thought about the episode in the comment section below. Please feel free to check out my Instagram, my Twitter, and my website as well. And see you in the next video. Live long and prosper. A lot of fans used to hate the ship, which actually grew on me. So if they're gonna leave that as it is, in a more realistic look, I will be just happy with it, as I was happy with the other ones.